I just went for a walk and I stumbled upon this tree, and I am going to sit down and talk to you guys about something. I went there for the thumbnail because it was bright, but I just wanted to kick it under this tree, feel connected with nature. Not being the homeless allegations again, but it's okay. We persevere. And I wanted to talk about something that I was thinking about on my walk. And obviously, I'm not expert about anything. I'm just a 23-year-old guy just trying to do his thing in the world, whatever. But I wanted to talk and say that niching down is killing your creativity. And that is something that I wish more people heard about online. I wish that was something that was more, that was a message that was more widely spread around, because I think that for a lot of people trying to do anything, I mean, I think a lot of us young adults and people younger than me are always, have always been told to, that we need to like kind of pick one interest and go with it. And, obviously this is very applicable in my life where I do a bunch of stuff. But I just, I wanted to talk about it and say that I think that picking one interest and just riding with it, riding it to the bottom, riding it all the way, when we're so freaking young is like such a uncreative way, and like that is such a strict way to look at yourself, and that is such a like disservice to you. I think it is such a disservice to tell yourself, I'm just gonna do one thing and that's all I'm going to do, and this is gonna be my thing, and that everything else is just bullshit. Because I think naturally, creative people, or just people in general, I think everyone's creative, honestly. I don't think that there's uncreative people and creative people. I think there's some people you maybe can see it a bit more, like maybe someone's a painter and that's how they express their creativity. But also, like, funny people are creative. People who are good at math are creative. You know what I mean? A lot of people who like watching movies and like analyzing movies, like that's its own form of creativity. I think everybody is creative. And I think, and this leads me to, I never thought that, but I had to kind of grow into thinking like that, whatever. But it's killing your creativity, dude. And I don't even understand how you are supposed to live a happy and fulfilling life if you are constantly setting rules for yourself about who you are and aren't as a person, because you're not giving yourself any room to grow at all. You're just basically putting yourself in a box that no one told you to do, or maybe your parents told you to do, and then like that's it. Like, you haven't even given yourself the chance to go like, walk around and find other boxes you like, and maybe, stack some boxes on top of each other, or maybe paint your box green because, you like that box, but you wish it was green, and, maybe you wish it had like a, I don't know, like a windmill on top of it, because then it would feel like more like your box. And yeah, I don't know. I had more similar. These glasses are great, right? Oh my god, I really want to start like a glasses brand. I think that'd be really killer. I really like these. But see that? Okay, I'm making a YouTube video talking about creativity, that like a talking YouTube video that's like traditionally probably, look at this little doggy. That's like, gonna perform worse than like probably me going like trying 100 Pizza Hut boxes and whatever. But like, I don't know, like, who said I have to? I mean, I can just kind of express myself however I want, and I just think that there's enough like-minded people out there where like the internet helps things find its own audience, so like it's not pointless to do stuff, whatever. But yeah, niching down is killing your creativity. Oh wait, I can pause the video and look at my notes. Okay, awesome. I guess my phone wasn't unlocked, so now I need to put these videos together in iMovie, and it's going to take like 10 minutes out of my day. Okay, whatever. Okay, this is the other note I had written down. Okay, and with that being said, so you're like, okay, I'm not gonna niche down. I'm gonna give myself freedom. Blah blah blah. Okay, cool. The other thing I wrote down was that obsession is direction, and that felt like it made so much sense to me. And I don't. we're just gonna break it down, and I'm just gonna yap about it. Obsession is direction. I don't know. That was an interesting download I got on this walk. I just was kind of thinking on the. I was just kind of thinking on the lane of like, I just know that there are so many people in like my same shoes, in terms of like, you know, young person in the world, whatever. That that like I've said this, I think I said this in freaking yesterday's YouTube video, how I'm always saying, I've literally always been saying that like I wish I just had one thing that I loved, so I could just do that all the time and I could become like incredibly good at it. So like, you know, I really wish that I just, you know, loved freaking drawing with oil paintings, because I would probably be incredible at oil paintings 5 years, you know, into it. If I had been doing that as long as I'd been doing social media and all that stuff, I'm pretty good at social media. Well, I'm really smart for social media brain. And so I was thinking about that, and I've always been so like, wow, that is so incredible. That would be so nice if I could just do that, because then I would know exactly what to do. If I just loved oil painting, I could just do that all the time, and I would know what to study, because I could just go, you know, look at other oil painters, other famous oil painters. I could study the best oil, you know, to use in the paintings, the best paintbrushes, the best techniques. I would be able to navigate that so easily, because like that's just the one thing I want to do, and I could get down to like every single nitty-gritty detail, and then go into like that book, I think it's Originals, or no, Atomic Habits, of like the 1%, and I could like literally find a way to do everything, every little minute detail about oil painting 1% better, to really separate me from the crowd, you know? And how that would be so freaking cool. And it sounds fun and exciting. And then your beautiful creative self hits, and you get inspired by the next thing, or you feel, I don't know, you feel, you see your interest waver. You see like, oh, that's cool, but like, I actually think it's cool how they mix the oil paintings. Like, I actually am kind of into like the color theory stuff or whatever. Like, I don't know, whatever it may be. Or like, you know, you're doing that and you're like, oh, this is cool, but like, I really wish this would move. Like, maybe I should like, I don't know, maybe I want to try like doing like some sort of animation thing and like messing around with that. And like, I think that I'm catching myself right now in this do one thing. Like, I'm gonna do like very programmed into us, like do one thing, you know? And I think that's what I'm trying to like kind of fight against, or like advocate against in the video, or just open up a thought process for you where like you can give yourself grace, and you can give yourself a hug and a pat on the back, and some flowers, and cheer yourself on when you are excited by lots of things. I think that is I have definitely found that the more I allow myself to be creatively free in terms of, you know, whatever I want to create, what I'm doing, how I want to express myself, everything, the more I am creatively free, the more happy I am. And wow, do I call this video creativity is happiness? Do I say niching down is ruining you, and here's why? I don't know. There's lots of ways to think about this, okay? But see, I like doing that. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like someone could come to me. I know I'm not really great at the YouTube caption thumbnail stuff. But like I have good ideas, whatever. But even that, like I feel like, oh my god, I could just do that all day. Why don't I like why don't I sell that? But yeah, like allowing yourself to be creative feels like allowing yourself to be happy, because you are no longer living or thinking by a set of rules that anyone has ever introduced to you. You are just creating whatever from a place that's just coming from like deep in you, it's like deep inside of you, it's just so deep in you, it just comes inside of you, hilarious. But yeah, and how fulfilling that feels to do something and like get lost in it and be amused with it and amused with yourself. Like, I don't know, there's been a lot of times where I've been like making a song where like I'll maybe like say a line that I'm like, oh my god, that's so corny, but I'm also like, wow, that's so me though. Like, yeah, that's corny. Like maybe I won't like put this in the final in the final version of the song, because I am still a little scared of getting made fun of. But at the same time, like I'm just amused with myself. It's like in those moments where I'm really letting myself just like really just letting myself like whatever, like it's not that deep, is at times where I like kind of feel like I'm hanging out with myself and I feel amused by myself, because I don't know, it's like you're like in those moments you're free, there's really no way to do anything, I'm sitting here right now, I could try and do a handstand, I could, it's just like it's super free will out here, like kind of in general. Like I always felt like so like excited for once I graduated high school, because I was like, I just want to be in the real world. Like I don't know, I just need to exist in the overworld. It felt like I need to like unlock this DLC that's like the whole game. Like I need to end this tutorial. Like okay, I get it. Like let me go around now. You know what I mean? And yeah. And yeah, and I've honestly found myself to be like so much happier when I don't try and boss myself around and tell myself you need to in terms of whatever it may be I want to creatively get cracking, pursue. I don't know, still falling into some of those old words, pursuing, trying, trying to break free of those words. But yeah, I think I was going somewhere good with that, but I think you guys get the idea. I kind of lost it a little bit. Also, I said like too much in the first video I posted back. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not perfect, but I will make a conscious effort to be better at that, because I would probably be annoyed at too. So I get it. Yeah, I don't know. Now let me build on this and say, yeah, niching down is killing your creativity, I think. But at the same, on the other side of that coin, you need to do something for more than 15 seconds to get better at it, or to like deepen your relationship with it, and like if you want to like maybe improve something or just continue developing. Like I was thinking about artists, like art, and I was thinking about something I saw on TikTok that said like art is not talent, art is just time, or something, or like art is not like good art isn't like born, it's cultivated. I don't know. No, I think I'm overdoing it. Like, you're doing too much. Something like that, though. Something like art isn't talent. Art is like time, and time spent into stuff. And then I was thinking about, like, yeah, well, I actually feel like that's kind of true, because it's not really like you see. Sorry, sometimes I get texts when I'm doing these and they throw me off. I'm sorry. I was thinking about Drake, and how if the news or something said, like, child prodigy discovered, amazing rapper, like, best musician ever, 10-year-old person, like, I think, I mean, I wouldn't give up. Maybe I check out a song, but, like, I wouldn't really think this person is, like, better than Drake is, because they only, like, I don't know, like, he's been doing it for so, like, I believe it now. I don't know, I don't know, maybe that's not, maybe I'm getting a little bit sidetracked, but, like, all these, like, a lot of the artists that are, like, really, that are considered, like, kind of, like, legendary icon status now, are all, like, they're older than most. They're definitely older than, like, a younger artist, and that's, like, built over time, over, like, improving over time and stuff. Yeah, I don't know, I definitely got a little sidetracked there. Oh, a fly. Yeah, but that, I don't know, that's something I wanted to talk about. I don't know. I think it's killing your creativity. It is killing it. I hate it when I'm talking to a friend. I give a lot of my friends social media advice. I give a lot of my music friends social media advice, or just my influencer friends, whatever. And I say, oh, you should do this. Me not posting and giving advice. Me talking it but not walking it. Being a charlatan. Me being a charlatan. But I'll have a lot of people who come to me when they want to start social media or something, and they're like, hey, like, I want to do this, like, I think I want to post blah, 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 and blah, blah, like, I think I want to post, cooking videos, and, like, I also want to post about, cooking. Did I just say cooking twice? I want to post cooking videos, but I also like baseball, so I'm thinking about, like, cooking baseball dishes. I'm like, okay, yeah, great idea, coolest idea in the world, yeah. Okay, what about the other 99% of your personality, though? Like, what about the other 99% of, like, what you are about as a person? Because I don't know how many baseball-themed dishes I could watch if I did like baseball and cooking infused food items. I don't know how many I could watch over the span of 5 years. I think that might get a little bit boring. Would you think that might get slightly boring, seeing your 9th baseball bat casserole? Yeah, it'd probably get a little bit boring. So that's when I'm giving people, like, social media advice, and I'm like, what is your, like, what is your goals? What do you want to gain from it? And what is stuff that you kind of naturally gravitate towards, or know about, or like talking about, or stuff that's in your interest? And, like, can we not say that this needs to be the only thing about you? Now, I do want to say there's an asterisk here, because some people just, like, want to be I just keep using a cooking creator or whatever, or something, because, like, that's what they're really interested in. Like, that's what's up, and, like, 1,000% you can do that. I really like doing, like, talking kind of like mindset, or, like, thinking about thinking stuff. Like, that's what I like to talk about. So I make a point to, like, make these types of videos. But, like, I am also aware that I have plenty of interest, so I do not put myself in a box and say I'm not allowed to post something that's not like this. Like, I'll post a video game video, I'll do whatever. Like, all I know is how to be me, so I'm just going to try and be me, and I'm not going to try and water myself down or niche myself down so, like, I can explain it in, like, a fucking PowerPoint. You know what I mean? Like, well, you're not a PowerPoint, so, like, why are you thinking of yourself like a PowerPoint? And, yeah, and giving yourself that creative freedom, I feel like just opens like 10 million more doors for you. Um, I wish I could think of, some maybe like some super famous like athlete or something who became like a great like, I don't know, like inventor after they did that or something, or like a singer who became a great gardener or so. I don't know. You guys kind of get what I'm saying though. But like even people who like play like basketball, like people are in the league, they're playing basketball for 10 years there, they do their thing. All right, basketball, you did your thing in basketball, you had a career, whatever, like that's great, you made some cha-ching. Now like they go on to like start like, I don't know, like investing their money and doing stuff like that, and they become like, oh, like entrepreneurs, and they're like pretty good at that. And like, can you imagine how different their life would be had they just, after they got out of the basketball league, like just went to the YMCA every day until like, whatever. It's like, I'm sure they'd still do that, but it's not like you're married to that personality forever. I don't know. You're just not married to anything really, except like, your spouse if you're married, but yeah, it's, I don't know. Give yourself grace. Oh my God, why does it smell so fucking bad? I swore. Oh, please don't dock my video. Just let me be me. Let me be me, bro. Cody. Oh my gosh. Do you think people take me less seriously because I wear my hat sideways sometimes? Yeah, I know they do. I know they do in the thumbnails. I see the analytics. That's why I try and get some some look, I'm gonna come right here. I'm gonna get right here in the sunlight. I'm just gonna like be like smile, happy, positivity, creator, and then the video is gonna do better because I'm not like with the thing in my mouth. But yeah, guys, niching down is killing your creativity. You can have a lot of interests, and you can pursue a lot of your interests. But if you want to, is this guy videoing me? No, he's just on the phone. Oh, I'm like, oh my God. I feel like I was gonna go somewhere else with that. I just made a video about like kind of like how to go about all that stuff. But it really helps like when you're saying like, when you're like, okay, I want to make music, but I also want to, grow on social media, or I want to start a business, but I also want to deepen my relationship with God or something. You can do both of those, and you can actually think about what each of those mean to you and think about how you can actually do that so that every day you can do that and you go to bed feeling like, wow, like, okay, maybe I didn't, read the Bible for 16 hours, but, I did maybe listen to a sermon for, 30 minutes today or 10 minutes, and what did I say, cooking or music, and then I got a little bit better at making eggs today, and you're on the right track, and that's good enough. And yeah, and that is good enough. Or like, I want to do music, do social media. Okay, well, you can, mess around with a song today. You could try and make a song, or maybe watch a YouTube video on how to make a beat or something, or maybe you can just sing in the mirror for 10 minutes and sing your favorite song, and then, make one TikTok dancing to your song or what, you know what I mean? And it's like, wow, you just did both of that today. And like, you give yourself the flowers for it and clock that like, oh, I actually did it. Like, oh, I actually feel happier today, And yeah, because I don't really want to be like, something that I used to do is I used to be almost like too goal oriented to a fault, where like I didn't really feel happy unless I was like accomplishing a goal. And I don't want to be happy conditionally. I don't want to be happy only because something happened. I want to be happy every day. I want to be happy unconditionally. So instead of chasing to become happy. Like, do something that makes you like a little happy today and every day, and like those little wins add up over time, and you will have those big like, wow, I just did this whole thing after, being doing this a little bit for like, a week, a month, 3 months, a year, and now I have this thing. It's like, whoa. But like, if you're only worried about, I'm only going to be happy, when I drop this album, or I'm only going to be happy when I finish this, I don't know, 8-hour long sermon on YouTube, or I'm only going to be happy after I learn how to play some crazy song on the guitar. Like, okay, but what about all the time leading up to that? Because once you finish that, you're going to be finished with that for about 30 seconds, and you're going to be like, okay, what's next? And being happy for 30 seconds isn't really that awesome, because there's a little bit more time than 30 seconds in a day. Yeah. And so obviously everything I'm saying, like everything I tell you guys is just like stuff I think about myself, stuff that I've super duper struggled with, or like whatever it may be. And and yeah, I just want to kind of give you guys some some sort of advice that can speed up whatever process you're going through, or maybe make every day not feel so tedious or pointless, because I think, I don't know, like being happy every day is a choice. And that's something that like I am like super reminding myself of these days, and like, like respecting and protecting, your own peace and happiness, and like, putting that at the forefront. It's your life, it's your life, and at the very least, like, I'm not going to tell you that, something that you want to do is bad or not worth doing. Because why? Like, God forbid, something happened to you, tomorrow. Like what? You think you're gonna be happier that you didn't, like, I don't know, like draw a picture of like you and your friend that like it makes you happy to draw that, and you want to give it to your friend. You're just a great person like that. I don't know. I'm not like that. I can't draw it. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to come on here and say that, and I've been really, really enjoying just yapping again, because I feel like I always have a lot to say. Like a lot of the time these days, I have like I'll be sitting in my room, or I'll be driving and stuff. I drive a lot. I do a lot of thinking in the car. Driving is kind of like a form of meditation for me, silly enough. I'm kind of having these conversations with myself all day. Like, I'm just like kind of have these thoughts. I'm like, and I just kind of play with them in my head. Okay, well, I'm walking towards this freeway right now, and it might get a little bit loud, so I think I should end the video before the sound drops off. But I love you guys. Only person putting you in a box is you, So don't put yourself in a box. Let yourself be creatively free, and then let things build up over time to turn into something like that's, I don't know, really cool. I hope the audio's good, but I hope the audio's good. But I really want to share this. I'm just gonna risk it for the biscuit and just hope that it's okay. But I wanted to say this, well, actually, maybe I could just show you guys better than I could tell you. Maybe I'll just wait to show you guys. But basically, recently, long story short, I finally had like an aha moment with like, quote unquote, like branding / aesthetic stuff. And I just kind of had an aha moment thanks to a friend that I was so brave to reach out to a friend that I reached out to, because I was like, you're great at this. Like, can you help me with this? Humility. Okay. Who, not how. Okay. Who, not how. Who, not how. Who can do this? Not how do I do it? Who can do this? Who can do this? collaboration, teamwork. But yeah, I reached out to a friend about it, and he like, oh my gosh, y'all. I mean, this had to literally be written in the stars what he sent back to me. It was like, I was like, hey, I'm thinking about this branding thing for this stuff, like music and like blah blah blah, and like also my personality and like blah 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 blah. And he just like, this is somebody that I've known since I actually knew him when I was like probably like 14, but like became friends in high school. I guess high school is 15, right? Or whatever. But like he sent back this whole thing about like stuff that like kind of married like the clothing design kind of stuff with like kind of like the type of music I make, but also like that's like very honest to my personality and in a tone of like my personality and stuff, and also like integrating other like businessy ideas that I have that are like kind of smart things to think about when you're thinking about like branding stuff, whatever. Like, oh, like could this be like I don't even know, but like it just married a lot of ideas together, and like it was funny. He sent that to me, and it was like kind of this like branding deck for myself, something like that, and it just kind of let me see like who I am creatively through a different lens other than like what I think I am, but like also like how it comes off to somebody that I know, but also how it comes off to somebody who has like known me like for a while now, and like knows me like before social media, knows me like before music, knows me after music and all that stuff. And like it was just I don't know, it was just like such a like on like nothing has even really happened from this thing being presented to me that I felt like so accurately encapsulates my vibe or whatever, but it was just still so like empowering to me that like I have let myself be so like freely creative with like so much stuff that I've done, because I got to see like when I then put my mind to like, okay, now I want to make all of these like hold hands and do like and combine, now when I want to combine all these, like I kind of like see a through line about it, and I'm like, wow, this is so much more deep and what's the word? And an accurate portrayal or like description of what I'm about than like I could have ever came up with just one day, you know what I mean? Like this one super creative idea is amalgamation of combination. That means like a combination kind of, I think, is like amalgamation of lots of other little ideas, that I like, that it all gets married and it becomes like its own thing. And, me being someone who always has like put a limiting belief on myself, by my art teachers in school, because I always got C's in art. That was the only class I'd ever get a C in. I'd get straight A's, everything else, my art teachers. But for me being like, oh, like, I don't know, art, like, I don't know, to then like finally like be able to like kind of see something that genuinely feels very me coded and very specific to me was like, it was just like very validating, to be honest. Like it was just validating. It was like, oh my God, like, yeah, like I've had this in my head, but like this doesn't really exist. Like this is just kind of like a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And also some of the ideas contrast, like me being like kind of like a humorous person, but also like making like, maybe like deeper music where I'm like talking about like sadder things and like talking about my own like, issues and whatever and so doing that, and like it was just cool. And like I would have never even gotten to see like, a picture of what that looks like, which I thought was so cool. Even though it's just a picture, it just made me really happy. I would have never been able to see that had I told myself, you have to be this one thing, and that's it, game over. Now just walk that path. Like, that picture would have been a lot more boring had I done that. So, yeah, guys, that's my yap. I hope you guys enjoy these longer yaps. I definitely like talking, and I just really appreciate seeing your guys' comments. I feel like comments on YouTube are like so much more enjoyable to read and stuff than TikTok, because like some people like are just really like pour their hearts or their heads out in these comments, because like I do talk about like kind of more deeper stuff or more introspective stuff, I'd say. So, you know, it makes you guys more introspective maybe, and I appreciate that. I think it's cool. And yeah, I also wanted to yeah, I don't know. Also, for all my people who want to do social media stuff, and who like kind of want to start that journey but don't really know where to start, I'm working on something right now that I think could be super duper helpful. And that's what I'm working on, and I think that could be cool, amongst other things, but that's a side thing. But yeah, I love you guys, and thanks for watching, and you know, keep being creative. Don't put yourself in a box, and yeah, I don't know. Go listen to Swag Nightmare. Oh, and also I'm gonna make a new channel for just Swag Nightmare stuff, just for Swag Nightmare music. You know, I was going back and forth about leaving it on my main channel, and maybe I'll be struck by lightning tonight and think differently. But I was just kind of thinking like, I think like right now it would make me feel better, or like make more sense numbers wise, to just post all my music on Carrington's YouTube channel. But at the same time, I know there's a lot of people who don't, you know, follow me for my music stuff, or just like who follow me for Carrington stuff, and I don't want to kind of like force it down people's throats. I would rather just build something from zero, and like, you know, get as much of you guys to come over there as possible to instead of I'm losing my train of thought. Instead of just doing it on this channel, even though is gonna hurt like all this stuff in the short term. But yeah, okay. Well, I love you guys. You guys are thebomb.com, and yeah, go listen to Swag Nightmare. Like the video if you liked it, so more people can hear a message like this. And yeah, swagnightmare.com for my merch. Love you. Bye.